Welcome to media manipulation and subliminal messages to keep people distracted. Who do you think invented the Minions?
Guess I'll try some topical videos again for the algorithm. Anyway, here's season 1 of a show that I'll say I did not like the first half, but much enjoyed the second. Inside Job is a 2021 Netflix series about a deep state organization. If there's any conspiracies like Atlantis, lizard people, or Tupac still being alive, this organization will keep it hidden.
And I'm slashing our crop circle budget. No more artsy-fartsy stuff. Just draw a big circle and call it a night.
This leads to some pretty fun adventures through secret societies full of wacky characters. The star is a stressed out woman named Reagan, someone who wants to move up in her job yet is overworked and too afraid to show genuine emotions. I too struggle with expressing compassion and hide that with zany one-liners. It's a real Kim Jong-oof.
Your eyes are sunken. You look like if Steve Buscemi made it with Steve Buscemi. You okay?
Guys, I'm honestly fine. I've been channeling my stress into this scream bag. And into my latest invention. Behold, the Productivitron.
Oh God, robot arms.
Almighty!
Inside Job is produced by the creator of Gravity Falls, Alex Hirsch, as in he gave the show money and voiced or wrote a couple of episodes. It's not made by him. A lot of people are trying to draw some connection. I don't think I saw a single Gravity Falls reference beyond some characters kind of having a similar style, and that's it. Inside Job is its own universe created by Shion Taguchi. That's how it is, I think. I don't know. A writer on Gravity Falls and Regular Show. It's just doing its own thing. Inside Job is an adventure comedy where the worst part about it is the comedy. Now, I have to apologize to the other shows I criticize for overusing references or memes because, boy, Inside Job is ad nauseum with it.
Damn, move over Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Chris Pine, and Chris Pratt. There's a new Chris in town, and his name is Brett.
Really, this is on the level of Dougal or that zombie show Daybreak. Like, I don't even know if there are jokes or it's just name-dropping memes and everything popular in the last few years. This show has such a limited shelf life that they frequently mention it takes place in the year 2020. Great. And of course, there's an episode themed around pop culture of the 80s.
Oh God! It's Ready Player One all over again!
I really gotta cash in on 2000 nostalgia now before it gets overdone.
Oh God, what's that?
Is it a nuclear disaster?
No, it's even worse. It's a PR disaster.
Yes, there's some good stuff in here though, yeah. From the early screenshots before release, I really thought Inside Job was promos for the next Rick and Morty season. Why do so many adult cartoons look like this? Well, from what I've heard on the inside, often it's just some TV executive thinking, hey, Rick and Morty or Family Guy is popular, make it look like that. I like that show. Yes, really. I know this design is prevalent, but if you look hard enough, you'll find more stylistic adult cartoons from recent years. Hey, you watch 10-Year-Old Tom on HBO Max? Absolutely hilarious if you love home movies type dialogue. Anyway, Inside Job looks average, and for some reason you got all these neon Crayola streaks on the background, like some child got a crayon and drew all over the walls. Weird design choice, though some animations and effects really lift it up. The episode with the Akira-type monster has some fantastic movement. You can tell it's an Akira reference because they have to mention it's Akira.
It's worse than that. I kind of sort of tried to burn him, and have you ever seen Akira?
Of course I've seen Akira! Anime is very mainstream right now!
I feel like this kind of humor works better sparingly. Like, it's not normal for cartoons to reference real-world stuff so directly, so it catches you off guard more when it's occasional, you know? I don't know how to explain this, but it feels like the on-the-nose relatable dialogue that's spoken to be retweeted online. If this were a live show, there'd be clapping, which makes sense since one of the writers has apparently done over 400 episodes of Jimmy Fallon. What the hell? No one can survive that.
Jimmy Fallon's ad-libs are just hysterical.
Yeah, it's just saying as many references as you can.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is the only guitar riff I know.
The Olsen twins.
I play this in all my songs. This is the slow version. Sing it, all right. Slide it out. Let them hear you the cheap seats, dude.
Stuff like that, just throwing out things.
Is that all right?
It's like throw 99 things at the wall and see what sticks. You do 100 different line readings and 2 of them will be great. And then mercifully nobody will ever hear the other 98 and hear how unfunny you really are.
That was a clip from the making of Dougal, which very much applies to Inside Job. Wait, how many Trump jokes are there in this whole season? Yay! So, bear with me on this, because by episode 7, the James Bond episode, it's a big turn for the better. The references are used more sparingly, there's some great visual gags, and they even started embracing the continuity with callbacks to previous episodes. Maybe they got the references out of their system by then. Though, this is when the voice quality got weird. You can tell by this point in production, some lines had to be recorded from home or outside a studio.
Hell yeah! I'm dead! I've never felt more alive.
Here's a theory. Maybe the earlier episodes were recorded with the actors in the same room, improvising references on the fly with each other, but that's just a theory. For Season 2, I'm sure they'll be fleshed out better, but from Season 1, I think there's too many characters tagging along Reagan's adventures. This alien and his chuckle-nut friend are both the weirdo, druggy party animals. They could have been combined into one. There's a character who's a jerk for most of the series, except near the end, they add a tiny bit of compassion to them. It's standard for a Netflix show now to do that, though I feel that compassion should have been sprinkled in earlier on. It just feels too abrupt and tacked on. There's a good season finale, but it's not as impactful as it should have been. I also think we need more scenes in the regular outside world. They're almost always in some secret society that it feels like any global impact they're causing on the surface level is meaningless. I guess all the references are a crutch to this. Like, it's just our world, we got conspiracies in real life, so we don't have to establish anything.
Same day delivery.
Jeff Bezos.
It works for shorthand, getting the point across faster, like, hey, it's Jeff Bezos. You know who that is. Though they could have had an original character with a quick line like, wow, Richie McSnortcoke. It's a pleasure to meet the third richest man in the world, wink wink. That way they can parody any rich person they want, essentially. It just feels empty. Like, imagine The Simpsons didn't have Duff Beer or Mr. Burns and it was just Miller Lite and Jeff Bezos, and they name dropped Joe Rogan several times, and Gwyneth Paltrow shows up for some reason. A lot of these celebrity parodies are just, yeah, that's them. They mention the things they did. The Jeff Bezos stuff and using the real world would have worked had I not been beaten down by reference and reference and reference and meme and reference. Here and there is fine, but it's too much. Still, I like and relate to Reagan's issues and want more from her struggles.
Brett, I'm going to this goddamn party. I'm gonna figure this out and prove that I am not the socially inept weirdo that everyone thinks I am.
Diggity denial. I love it.
Inside job. It balances out to be okay. They blew their load early on with all those Illuminati memes from 2014 Tumblr, so I'm sure they'll toss out that crusty sock in time for Season 2. There's some great jokes between all of that here and there, so I'm more hopeful on the next batch of episodes. Are you tired of this happening? Well, you need Surfshark VPN. Yes, sir, the sponsor of tonight's video. What's a VPN? It's great. It changes your internet region and protects your privacy. You got Netflix? Just switch regions and bam, you can see what other countries have on their Netflix. It's that easy. How about something to keep you safe, especially on public Wi-Fi? Nothing can stop you. Use the code RebelTaxi to get 83% off plus 3 extra months. Don't like that? You got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Oh, what? You got an incognito window on your browser? Wow, that's completely useless. Surfshark VPN. It's got clean web. This thing will block malicious ads, trackers, and malware. Don't trust an internet provider. Trust Surfshark VPN. Use the code RebelTaxi to get 83% off plus 3 extra months. You got a 30-day money-back guarantee. VPN.
They had 3 little bitches in there that were fly at you and they nail your legs to the floor and they were tough to kill.